Mercedes is filling out its EV portfolio, and now that the EQS and EQE are taking care of its well-heeled clientele, it's time for some electrification for the rest of us. The EQB is the EV sibling to the GLB SUV, and it keeps the chunky styling, but it throws out the gas engine in favour of 2 electric motors.
Now, the GLB is outsold by most of Mercedes' larger SUVs, but it's still an important model for bringing new owners into the brand. That's exactly what the EQB is aiming to do, only for electric cars.
The regular grille gets swapped out for this gloss black panel, and it has a fascia spanning light bar, and there's another light bar at the back too. And Mercedes throws on some of the usual blue detailing that we've seen on its other EVs. Sadly, the handsome 20-inch wheels are not going to be available in the US. We'll have a choice of 18 and 19-inch versions.
You might be tempted to compare the EQB to something like Tesla's Model Y, but Mercedes is insistent that size means Elon Musk's SUV belongs in the segment above.
The GLB's surprising degree of practicality for its size is carried over too. There'll be a 7-seater version, even though the standard car is a 5-seater, though you probably won't want to be relegated to that third row, not if you're an adult anyway. It does mean though that you can properly fit up to 5 car seats. It's set to be Mercedes' most affordable model in the US, with pricing kicking off just under $55,000. There'll be 2 versions, the EQB 300 and the slightly more powerful EQB 350, and both will have electric all-wheel drive and a battery with a capacity just north of 70 kilowatt-hours.
Unsurprisingly, the EQB's squared-off styling doesn't exactly win it any awards for aerodynamics.
While I'm driving this, EPA testing is yet to be completed, but Mercedes is estimating between 220 and 230 miles of range. They're good figures, but not outstanding.
Though roughly the same size, Hyundai's Ioniq 5, for example, will do 256 miles in all-wheel drive form. It's cheaper too, at about $7,000 less than the Mercedes. Of course, there are more reasons than just pricing to pick the EQB, and that starts from behind the wheel. It
drives, well, like a more planted GLB. With the extra weight and the extra power, and the battery being mounted down low for a lower centre of gravity, it feels more planted, and you get that extra acceleration and all that instantaneous torque that we're familiar with from electric cars. The cabin's a familiar place too. If you've been in any recent Mercedes, you'll know what to expect. There are twin 10.25-inch displays, and MBUX, the latest version of Mercedes infotainment software.
The EQB 300 4MATIC has 225 horsepower, while the 350 steps up to 288 horses. Performance in neither SUV is going to melt your face, but they're perky enough for agile city driving and keeping pace with highway traffic.
Navigation comes as standard, and the EQB uses that along with your personal driving style, the drive mode that you're in, and the topography and even the climate of where you're driving to figure out where and when you should charge, how long you should be plugged in for, and just how much battery power you'll have left when you reach your destination. When it comes time to plug in, there's 100 kilowatt DC fast charging support, and Mercedes is throwing in 2 years of unlimited 30-minute sessions at Electrify America stations. As we've seen in Mercedes' other recent EVs, there are 3 levels of regen to choose from, and you control them using the paddles on the steering wheel. At its most potent, it'll bring the EQB almost to a full stop, whereas at its least, it'll allow you to glide on the highway and really coax the most out of the battery.
Active lane keeping assist, blind spot assist, and active brake assist are all included in the base price. Mercedes' fancier trims include things like wireless phone charging, a panoramic glass roof, and a 360-degree camera to make parking easier.
Now, the GLB's platform was designed with the idea of an EV variant in mind, and so you don't really have any compromises in terms of interior space. It does mean, though, that some of the features that we're used to seeing on EVs are oddly absent here. The EQB doesn't have a frunk, for instance. Instead, Mercedes points to the large cargo space and the dual-layer storage underneath its floor. It's hard not to see the EQB as being a big potential hit for Mercedes. It drives better than its GLB sibling, it feels more premium and quieter, and it has a decent mix of affordability and practicality and that performance that we've come to expect from electric vehicles. No, it doesn't reinvent the EV experience in any way, but I don't really think it needs to. After all, if electrification is to spread like all of the automakers seem to want it to, we need to start filling in every segment first.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more SlashGear videos about vehicles are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.